Are you looking for the best 4K smart TVs? In this video we will look at some of the 7 best 4K smart TVs on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. LG OLED 77C4 PUA. With a brilliant OLED display and a wealth of features that stay within a reasonable price range, at least for a 77-inch OLED, the LG C4 is hard to beat. We tested the LG C2 a few years ago and loved it, and its latest model sees improvements to the already luminous 4K TV. Brightness is taken to the max this time, while the top-notch contrast with deep blacks and well-balanced colors bring the details to life in every scene, be it dark and shadowy or bright and vivid. We wish micro lens array, MLA, technology came baked in to take visuals even further, but that's saved for the pricier G4 model. Aiding in your movie and TV viewing experience are Dolby Vision and HDR10 support, which bring more clarity and texture to HDR content. Dolby Vision Filmmaker Mode eliminates the need to change picture settings in the menu, so it's easier to view supported content as the director intended. Brand new AI processors are also successful at upscaling picture and sound quality for better immersion. The LG C4's smart TV platform is fairly streamlined and easy to navigate with a quick menu that makes it simple to adjust picture and sound settings. However, gaming is where this TV shines. There's a reason we crowned it the best gaming TV. It offers 4 HDMI 2.1 ports that support a 120Hz refresh rate, VRR, and ALLM for butter-smooth, low-lag action for consoles. With capable gaming PCs, it can even hit 144Hz and comes with FreeSync and G-Sync support. A handy game dashboard also simplifies access to cloud gaming services and tweaking game settings. Number 2. Hisense XR65A95L. Enjoying a stunning picture at an affordable price doesn't always mean sacrificing features. Just look at the Hisense U7N, the updated model of the Hisense U7K we fell hard for last year. With it comes support for all the latest HDR formats for an extra dose of realism in TV shows, movies, and even games. Speaking of games, with 2 HDMI 2.1 ports ready to hit 120Hz, up to 144Hz on PC, in 4K and support for VRR and ALLM, it's perfect for hooking up the PS5 and Xbox Series X to enjoy silky, smooth graphics. Plus, the surprisingly low input lag in game mode makes for an ultra-responsive TV, while the game bar allows easy adjustments to settings. When streaming shows and movies, the Google TV interface offers the most popular streamers for convenience, and Hisense baked in Apple AirPlay to stream via an iPhone or iPad. Google Assistant and a built-in mic also bring voice control for searching content, checking the weather, and more, all without a remote control. The feature-rich Hisense U7N looks great too. Its mini LED panel uses quantum dot technology for ample local dimming zones. Sure, this TV lacks the high contrast and deep black seen on OLEDs, but the panel gets plenty bright while visuals remain well-balanced with accurate, vivid colors. Like most CLEDs, the display is plagued with some slight backlight blooming. Still, given the price, this is one of the best budget 4K TVs available. Number 3. Sony XR65A95L. OLED TVs are perfect to partner with your PS5 or Xbox X/S consoles, and Sony outdoes itself with the A95L's QD OLED panel. Using a combination of quantum dots and OLED technology, the TV delivers high brightness and hard-to-beat contrast for better depth overall and rich details in dark scenes. No matter what you're watching, the picture is stunningly accurate, and the colors are true to life. That OLED panel also handles reflections like a champ, so you'll be good to put this TV in just about any space. Sony doesn't forget about gaming on the A95L. This TV is a beast. 2 HDMI 2.1 ports support a 120Hz refresh rate, VRR, and ALLM, so you'll enjoy buttersmooth, responsive gameplay. It's especially well suited to partner with the PS5, as the TV's picture settings are automatically optimized based on what you're playing. Dolby Vision gaming is even supported to ensure some beautiful visuals. Number 4. Samsung QN85 QN90D. OLEDs may live at the top of the TV hierarchy, but the Samsung QN90D makes a case for QLEDs. Packing Neo QLED technology that uses quantum mini LEDs, this TV offers a staggering number of local dimming zones for near OLED level contrast. However, where it really shines is brightness, hitting up to 2000 nits in HDR while keeping color accuracy intact. The TV tested at 97.2% sRGB, 76% Adobe RGB, and 90.2% of the DCI P3 color gamuts, solid results for a TV panel. Not everything is perfect on the Samsung QN90D, so expect some haloing around brighter objects in darker scenes and a poor off-angle viewing experience. Nothing out of the ordinary for this type of display. It's also missing Dolby Vision support, though at least you still get HDR10+, and we're big fans of the HDR brightness optimizer, which adjusts the screen's tone based on the room's light. Beyond looking good, it has all the features you want. For HDMI 2.1 ports are available for slotting in the next-gen consoles and a gaming PC to enjoy 4K/120Hz, 144Hz on PC, ALLM, and VRR on each device, while HDR support makes colors and details pop in games like Baldur's Gate 3. The game bar keeps up with the best of them, so adjusting game mode settings is simple, and cloud gaming support adds extra convenience. For smart TV functionality and menus, Samsung has improved its Tizen OS but still doesn't deliver the picture customizations of other manufacturers. Number 5. Fitbit Ace LTE. There are a lot of poor-quality kids' smartwatches with potentially dangerous vulnerabilities. That's why we're a little more comfortable recommending the Fitbit Ace LTE. 8 out of 10 Wired recommends. Google-owned Fitbit promises not to store children's health data for research, and it will delete location history after 24 hours and all health data after 30 days. This watch requires a subscription to Fitbit Ace, $10 per month, but that includes cellular connectivity, so you don't need to add it to your carrier's cellular plan. You can set contacts and your kids can make phone calls and texts through the watch to the Fitbit Ace app, and they can share their location via Google Maps. Fitbit is bringing the gamified fitness tracking experience that adults are used to for kids with Fitbit Arcade, and there's even a Tamagotchi-like virtual character, e.g., your kids can take care of. These games are time-based, so your kids can hit their activity goals by completing them, and the parental controls let you set limits, like school time, which locks down many of the watch's features. It's a great way for your kid to go out and be independent, while also giving you the peace of mind in knowing how to reach and find them, without the problems that come with giving them a smartphone at such a young age. Number 6. CMF Watch Pro 2. CMF is a sub-brand by Nothing, and its Watch Pro 2 is shockingly good value. It looks attractive, very minimalist, and you can swap out the strap or even the bezel shape if you'd like. This is one of the rare sub-$100 smartwatches I like wearing that feels great on the wrist. So many of them look so bland and lack personality. It runs a proprietary operating system, but it works with both iPhones and Android devices. I've been able to view notifications from my phone. You can only respond to some with canned responses, and the heart rate and sleep tracking have been exceptionally accurate for a budget device, even if it takes a little longer to process and show you the results. My step count, however, has been considerably off compared to higher-end smartwatches. You can track exercises with it, and it even has GPS to provide mapping data, though the details are pretty basic and there's no additional context to the numbers. You can also control music playback, change watch faces, they're all very pretty on the AMOLED display, and check the weather. The app is slick, though I have noticed the watch tends to get disconnected, so some notifications don't come through all the time. Sometimes, the screen on the watch gets stuck on one screen and I have to press the crown to go back to the home screen. These are fairly minor quibbles, especially considering the excellent 10-day battery life I was able to hit. I went to Paris for a few days and came back, and I didn't even bring the charger. It's rare to find this kind of value for $69. Number 7. OnePlus Watch 2 and Watch 2R. The OnePlus Watch 2, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, is great for anyone with an Android phone looking for a Wear OS smartwatch that prioritizes battery life. It can last roughly 3 days on a single charge, a little more if you enable some power-saving settings. Technically, this watch is powered by 2 chipsets and 2 operating systems to enable this feat of battery longevity, but the user experience is very similar to that of the Galaxy Watch 6 or Pixel Watch 2, just with OnePlus taking the helm on the health and fitness features. And one of its most underrated features is the charger. You can plug any USB-C cord into it, so you don't have to set up a new cable somewhere. It's worth noting that this is a large watch, so consider it carefully if you have small wrists. Health capabilities are lacking. There's no fall detection or electrocardiogram, but there's sleep tracking, and it's generally pretty accurate. Some features, like heart rate tracking, distance traveled, and steps, have mixed accuracy in our testing, which means you shouldn't buy this smartwatch if you're primarily using it for those functions. Otherwise, I was able to control my smart home devices via Google Home, control my music playback, respond to Slack messages, and delete those pesky emails, all without having to take my phone out of my pocket. OnePlus has since unveiled a cheaper version, the OnePlus Watch 2R, but I haven't tested it yet. Number 8. Apple Watch Ultra 2. Frequently escaping to the hills every weekend? If your activities often take you to remote areas in rough terrain, then it might be smart to pony up for the expensive, uber-durable, and gigantic Apple Watch Ultra 2, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends. A bigger watch means a bigger battery. We got nearly 4 days with normal use. The Ultra 2 has better mics than the Series 9 to pick up your voice, an 86 decibel siren to alert your position to anyone nearby, and a more precise GPS to better track your hikes, plus help you find your way back with the backtrack feature. There's a spare customizable button on the left side called the Action button, which you can use to trigger an activity of your choosing. It's made of titanium, and the case rises up to protect the edges of the display, which is also covered with scratch-resistant sapphire crystal. New in the Ultra 2 is the ability for the screen to hit a crazy bright 3000 nits, which is a little overkill and really only meant for extreme situations. This smartwatch is faster, with the same new S9 chipset as the Series 9, supports double tap, and Siri processes basic interactions much more quickly. You can see topographic maps on the screen, but there's still no way to view offline maps without an iPhone.